Hello, Snack Pack. Welcome back to Travel Snacks, or if this is your first time, welcome to the channel. Travel Snacks is all about traveling, eating good food, using your resources, being kind to one another, and maybe living an alternative lifestyle like living in your car, van, RV, tiny home, or something like that. And welcome to another Saturday. P.S. My name's Allison, and I don't start the live streams by telling you my name, which is weird because you're like, your name Travel Snacks? No, my name's not Travel Snacks. But it's Allison, if you don't know. Most of you that come on these live streams already know that. But we're getting a lot of new people, and so maybe people don't know who I am. Oh my gosh, we already have a lot of people coming in here. Hello to Death Wish, Carmen. Hey, Carmen. Grant, what's up? Hey, Camille, Flower Girl, and Timo Music. How you doing? And AJ from Sorgy Stories. Everybody follow Sorgy Stories YouTube channel if you haven't already, because him and his son Tony have an excellent channel, and they've been featuring a lot of great places, and they talk about food. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Let's see. I could legally change my name. Hi, my name's Travel Snacks. That could be. That'd be a very unique name. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? So yeah, the big news is we hit 5,000 subscribers. I went to sleep and it was like 49 something. And I was like, I think we're going to hit 5,000 by the time I wake up. And because in the middle of the week, the numbers were slowing down. So, oh, we might hit it like at the end of the weekend. But it's just going like, I don't know, flowing like a river. It's crazy because, you know, when you're building a YouTube channel, you just never know. You can get like 1 sub a day, 0 subs a day. Then all of a sudden it's just like getting 100 subs a day lately. Where are these people coming from? I don't know. I'm glad. I'm happy to have everybody here. So thank you guys. It's just like when I really sit down and think about it, it's like it took every single one of those people to push the subscribe button, which makes me feel really honored because there's so many YouTube channels, and I don't know, it's hard to wrap your mind around 5,000 people actually being like, you know what, this channel's good enough to hit a subscribe button for. Because, you know, I don't subscribe to that many channels. I only subscribe to the ones that like I really enjoy. So I really appreciate each and every one of you that is hit that subscribe button. And the snack pack is getting stronger and bigger. And I'm just super excited to see what happens with the channel. So thank you guys so much. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in a little while, because I want to talk about next Saturday what we're going to be doing. But seriously, I've earned this, proud of and happy for you. Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate it. Grant, I told you the P video would push you over 5,000. So for those of you that haven't seen it, I put out a video this P using adult diapers. And I knew I was going to make this video a long time ago, but there was so many other things happening with the van build. I just never had a chance to really like sit down and do it. And this week I was like, okay, well, I don't have anything new for the van build because whatever, we'll get to that in a little bit. So I was like, it's time to do it and just put it out there. And that video is doing so good. It's crazy. Like I said in that video, who knew P was so popular? But we all have to do it, every last one of us. So I think it's maybe a relatable video. Not relatable because everyone wears diapers, but relatable because we all have to go to the bathroom. And for those on this channel that live in your car or a van or travel a lot or just a bunch of different things, sometimes this is like something you got to do. So I just felt the need to make the video because I used to be like, that's gross. And then I just started thinking about it, and then I tried it, and it's so convenient. Now, you know, I'm getting YouTube famous when I'm starting to get negative comments. I talked to my sons about this because they're both YouTubers, and they're like, yeah, when you start getting negative comments, then you know that there's a lot more people coming in. And it's just funny how people take the time to write negative comments. Like, do you guys ever just like leave like super negative comments? Let me know. Let me know in the chat if you're the type of person that feels the need to leave negative comments, or you just like brushed away, or just don't watch that channel. I don't know. I just don't feel the need to like, I don't know. It's just weird. I mentioned you in the comments on two of the show. Whoa, thank you so much, Michelle. That's so sweet. I appreciate that. It wasn't too long ago when there wasn't even 1,000. True. I was struggling to get my first 1,000. I was like, every day I just was like, oh my gosh, I hope we get 1,000. I hope we get 1,000. And now it's just like going so fast, I can't even keep up. The P video was awesome. Thanks. The P video is what I mentioned in my girl camping. Oh, good. I hope it's useful, because somebody else mentioned that in the comments that like, it is a good idea for camping. I never even thought to use that for camping, but it's true. Like, as a girl, I mean, I think this conversation is different if you're a man or if you're a woman, because as a woman, I don't know. I don't, if I'm camping, I just still don't feel comfortable going out into like the woods or wherever and like having the little pee funnel and just trying to stand up and do it, or like crouching down. Cause I feel like the 1 or 2 times that I've tried to do like the crouch down method, it like drips down and like gets on your butt cheeks, and like, this is like TMI, but then like it just feels worse. It's terrible. And with an adult diaper, it's absorbent. It like sucks it into the diaper, and it doesn't touch you. So I think camping's a good other way to do it. If you could get past the stigma of people saying something, but who cares? Because if you gotta pee, you gotta pee. I'm smashing the like button. Oh, yeah, if you're on this live stream, hit the like button. That shows YouTube that you guys like these live streams. And I am going to be doing more live streams when I get back on the road. But for now, we're just going to keep them to Saturdays. But yeah, hit that like button. Timo Music, yeah, Sharpe. So my sons are Marcus Sharpe, which is his channel is Sharpe Sports. He talks about football. And my younger son is Justin Sharpe, and his channel is just called Sharpe, and he does music. So follow them too, because it's like a family of YouTubers, I guess. Hey, Fake Freedom, how are you? I never leave negative comments. If you don't like if you don't something nice to say, yeah, if you don't have something nice to say, everybody pee sometimes to the REM song. Maybe not. There she is. Hey, Fake Freedom. I do music on my channel. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Anton, how are you? Yeah, so I don't know. People have been leaving like weird comments. Like, I forget, somebody was like, do you think this is what your great grandparents would have liked for you to be doing, is sleeping in your car and peeing in a diaper? I think if they would have known that, they would have just given up and just didn't want to work so hard in their life. I'm like, first of all, my great grandparents on my mom's side, my great grandparents died in their 30s tragically. So I think it's rude to just bring up people's great grandparents anyways, because you don't know what happened in people's stories. Second of all, I'm a mom. Okay, so I have kids. My kids don't have kids yet, but I don't even think about my kids' kids. I don't think about like, I hope my great grandkids aren't going to sleep in a car. No, I hope my great grandkids are just going to be happy, follow the Lord, and just have a nice, happy life. Like, bro, calm down. Calm down. I don't know why people have to be so like crazy about like what other people are doing, but to each his own. I don't even care if everybody does it, but to me, I'm like, why do you put some other people down? Two Sisters in a Cocktail. Hey, Ivana, I'm watching you on my TV, but have to chat from my phone. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. I'm going to be seeing Ivana hopefully this coming weekend, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Your vid was hilarious. Thank you. There are a lot of unhappy people out there that feel the need to bring others down. Yeah, and also like, of course, in my mind, I'm like, you are a ding dong. I like talk to my comments, but then I like write something nice, because if you're a person that takes the time to write a negative comment, maybe you're unhappy, or maybe you just have a situation where you're like somebody's abusing you or yelling at you or like just in a bad situation, and then you just take it out on someone else. So I always try to put myself in like a better mental space than that person and just try to be the bigger person. But sometimes I'm like, do you hear yourself? Because like, don't be that person. I try to be nice. There are a lot of unhappy people out there that feel the need to bring others down. It's true. It's true. They're lonely and have online strength. That's true too. It's true. Like you're sitting behind that, is it like called a keyboard warrior? And they're just like, yeah, this is like, one person was like, oh, it looked like you're comfortable like living in filth. I'm like, where did I say I live in filth? Like, I'm a clean person. Like, I don't understand. People, I don't get it. Haters will hate. Haters gonna hate. Hey, Bam Bam, how are you? I just took off the manifold on my Impala. Oh, really? I don't know what the manifold is. I've learned a lot about cars and vans during this process, but I still don't know about a lot of things. Yep, kill them with kindness. Hey, ding dongs are delicious. They're a dip. They're dip. I don't like to cuss on this live stream, but it's true. It's true. So that's what's been happening. And the other thing I wanted to mention is like, I'm getting so many comments. I guess with the influx of people coming through, I think YouTube is recommending 3 videos in particular of my old videos. And those videos are getting like just comment upon comment, and I'm having a hard time keeping it up. I think I said this last week, and now this week I'm behind already. So I think at some point I'm not gonna be able to answer every single comment. So it grieves me inside. As a person that likes to be friendly and likes to interact with people, I will do my best to keep up with comments. But at a certain point, like my sons that have way bigger channels, they're like, Mom, you just have to like get to a point where you realize you're not Superwoman. You're not gonna be able to answer every single person, and it's just gonna have to be okay with people. So just know that I am doing my best to get back to every comment. And I think it's going to be a little easier when I'm out on the road and I'm not doing the van build, because right now the van build is taking like 95% of my time. So when I'm out on the road, I think I'm going to dedicate like an hour or 2 a day to comments, but I don't know. That's to be seen once I get out on the road. Yeah, dip poops. It's where the gas and air go after the carburetor. Oh, okay. Oh, so you just took that off? Is that like, are you doing repair or what's going on there? I hate when people beg for pinning and favoriting. What is with my mouth today? And liking comments. Yeah, I don't really mind. But I think a lot of times when people do that, they're probably younger and they're just like, they want the attention. And I don't mind pinning comments sometimes, but it's like everybody's different. I can be your admin assistant. I work for one. Done, Ivana. Side note, I love the glasses. Thank you. It's because I've been noticing that lately my eyes have been getting more blurry. And so to read these comments now, like I can take them off, but then I have to like sit back and squint. It's the hazards of getting older. And so this is what everyone's going to be getting. Because I asked if I could get contacts, and the eye doctor was like, your eyes are not bad enough for contacts, but they're bad enough that you need glasses. So I'm in that in-between stage where I really can't get contacts. So this is just what it's going to be. Also, real quick, I always mention this on every live stream. If you do want to make a donation to the snack fund, you can hit the little $ symbol under the chat. It's not obligated, but I like to tell you that YouTube does take 30% of the money that you give, or you can, if you feel like doing a donation, you can do PayPal or Cash App, and I'll paste that in. Where did it go? That's the PayPal, and this is the Cash App. And again, it's not obligated or required, but some people do ask about it, and some people like to give to the snack fund. And I do put all the money goes towards, well, when I'm traveling and doing things and doing the videos. But for now, it's all going towards the van build. And a lot of you gave in the past weeks, and it was going towards the lights and the floor. And I'll show you that I got some of the flooring in. So I'll show you when we go outside. And yeah, so it just helps the channel and helps the fan build and helps it going. Glasses suit you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. P.S. She's not here, so I think I'm going to wait. Somebody gave a good donation this week, and I want to shout them out, but I'll wait till if they come on. If not, I'll shout them out in a little bit. Why negative people? Proverbs 27:4. Wrath is cruel and anger is outrageous, but who is able to stand before envy? Amen. Amen. It's true. I don't know. People, I don't know. I think, I don't know. I don't know. It's just interesting because we're all different. So I try to be like understanding of people. And I don't mind if people give me critical comments. Like if they're like, why don't you do this? Or why didn't you think of that? Like one person, they were like, I had made a video when I was in Louisiana and I was eating gumbo. And the person was like, oh my gosh, I was cringing when you were eating the gumbo with a fork. And they're like, you always eat it with a spoon. And I'm like, oh yeah, I do feel like a ding dong now because that makes more sense. But in my mind, I was thinking, because you pour the rice into the gumbo, because the way I got it for takeout, it was a cup, styrofoam cup of like the whatever's in gumbo, seafood and broth and stuff, and then like a little cup of white rice. So I put it all together and mixed it. And so I was using a fork. I was thinking rice equals fork. But then as I was eating it, it was just like very hard to eat it. So I don't mind when somebody says stuff like that because I was like, oh yeah, that makes more sense. What else? Also, if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll know every time we have a live stream or a new video. My son is trying to call. Hold on. Hey, Life Rocks. Yes, I did say gumbo. You know that gumbo I had when I was in Louisiana? It was good, but I realized that I'm partial to like red beans and rice. What do you guys think? Are you guys gumbo people or red beans and rice? And I tried for the first time crawfish etouffee, and that's like my favorite, except it was too spicy for me. But I think that's my favorite. But I love beans and rice. I like the more like hearty, substantial food. I don't really like the soup-ish kind of food. I don't like to work that hard. So let me know what you guys like most. Question, if I wanted to have a dog with me, if I was living in my car, would that be a good idea or just bad for the dog? Well, that's a personal preference. I know plenty of people that travel with pets, with cats and or dogs. And it's really nice to have a pet on the road. But also for me, I would never, ever do it because I feel it's so limiting because there's lots of places you cannot go with pets, even if it's a service animal. You like even Walmart has signs. They don't let like emotional support animals into Walmart, only like seeing eye dogs or if it's like for the hearing impaired. So you'd have to leave your dog or cat in the car a lot of times, or like some hiking trails don't allow dogs. Some beaches don't allow dogs. If you go into like a museum, I don't think you can bring dogs. So you would end up leaving your dog in the car a lot of times. And I feel like that would be a terrible idea for the pet because if you're in a climate that's really cold or really hot, you're going to have to think of solutions. Like there was times where I was just so hot in my car, just me, and I don't have fur on me. I just have hair. And I think that would be terrible for a dog. Like, oh, and if you guys watched my video about truck and camper versus van, I was talking about me and my son, Justin. We went on a little like trip and he brought his dog. And one night it was like 90 degrees. And I just felt so bad for the dog. He was drinking so much water and then he drank so much water. He felt sick, the dog, not my son. And I don't think it's a good idea personally, but it's also nice to have a companion. So you have to weigh it out and just know that if your dog or pet gets too hot or too cold, you're going to have to think of like other options, like a hotel or something. My lips are so chapped. I need to find my chapstick. And email gift cards. Yes. Is that what you're talking about? The donations? Flower girl. Gumbo for sure. Beans and rice. Oh, you don't like beans and rice? That's a bummer. Hold on one second. I gotta look up something. Okay. Flower girl, are you, I don't know if I should call out your name, but I think it's okay. Are you Jania? Is that the same person? It's hard because when I'm like doing the live chat, I see your guys' usernames, but I don't know some of your real names. So put that together for me if you are, because I want to shout you out if that's the same person. I've never had crawfish, but sounds delicious because I love seafood. That was the first time I had it, and it was delicious. It's like a mix between lobster and shrimp, in my opinion. And then it was like mixed with this creamy rice. Oh, so good. Red beans and rice. Yes. Gumbo, etouffee, and red beans and rice. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. Yeah, it's hard to make a decision about pets, but you just kind of have to, you know, make a decision and kind of think of the pet first, because they have no way to talk and tell you what they need. So you have to always think about them. Hey, Anne, how are you? And thanks for loving my channel. I appreciate that. Is crawfish with the little eyes on them? Yeah, they're they have like the bugged out eyes, and it's like, looks like a little mini lobster, but different. And it's delicious. I never knew. Hold on, I gotta get some chapstick. My lips are like, I feel like I've been in the sun too many times this week. Oh, that's so much better. If you guys ever need some good chapstick, this Baby Lips, it's by Maybelline. It's so nice and like creamy and good. Not sponsored, PS. But they should sponsor me because I have like 15 different sticks because I keep them everywhere. Oh, okay. I want to give a big shout out to Fowler Girl. This week, she went over and above because she doesn't have any of the apps. And last week we talked about the fact that if you do want to give and you don't want to use apps, you can do emailed gift cards. So like Amazon, Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's, whatever. And she went way out of her way to like figure it out and figure out a way to send me an Amazon gift card. And not just like, it was $50. $50. It was like a nice little gift. It was a big birthday gift. I really appreciate that. That's so awesome. And I just want to say thank you so much. And I always do the shout outs, and I want to give you a little shout out. Is that how you say it, Jania? I was trying to think of how you pronounce that, Jania or Jinya. I'm not sure. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Hold on. I'm going to give you, let's see. Okay, I'm going to give you a hallelujah, a victory, and a $sign. Oh no, I got to turn my sound up. Thank you so much, Janaya. Thank you so much. I think it's such a blessing, and I really appreciate it. And like I said, I'm going to probably use it either for my sink or part of my flooring, or I'm not sure what, but it's going to go to good use. And I just really appreciate it so much. That's very kind of you. Anne says it's really cold here in New England. Oh, I bet. It's already starting to get cold here in the desert. Not cold. No, it's not cold. But it's cooling down. It's starting to get like that fall feeling, and it's nice, but I bet it is cold in New England. I really want to go there too. Yeah, okay, I'm good. I can't eat that. At least remove the eyes. Yeah, they should, like, when you get like crawfish etouffee, they cut it up into little like pieces. Like they don't give you the shell or anything. But there are those restaurants that like crab boil places, and I think they do have those little crawfish that like people suck, like open it and suck the juices out. And I don't know about that, but I don't know. Let's see. I draw the line with bottom feeders. Oh yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. I know a lot of people that are like, no, I'm good. Okay. I love all the positivity, and I love how you guys really like encourage each other. This is like a little community that we've built, and it's just like so heartwarming to see everybody just being so nice to each other. So thank you, because I feel like at some point we're gonna do like some meetups, and it'll be nice to just like have faces to like names and stuff. So I'm just excited about that. Carmen does rice and beans. Yay. It's smoky here thanks to your fire. Oh, dang. So you guys got some of the smoke up there in Canada? It started to like, well, where I am, it started to pass through. So we had really heavy smoke for a while, and it smelled like forest fire. And it's starting finally to like not be that way, but it's terrible because there's just so much in California. Now it has gone to the like more southern states, and now I guess it's going to Canada. So that's terrible. Oh, in the 60s? Oh, that's not too bad. I like 60s. Could put a nice warm cozy sweater on. I am not allergic to anything, but I'm lactose intolerant. Me too. I am too. And I love to have like cheese and stuff, like mac and cheese. Oh, we do lobsters. I don't know. I'm not like a big lobster person. I feel like lobster, maybe I just haven't had a good one, but I feel like you have to like dip it in too much butter to make it taste like anything, Unless it's a lobster roll, like a sandwich with like the mayonnaise and stuff on it. And then I really love that. Or a lobster sushi, but just like plain lobster. Maybe I'm just getting like crappy lobster because I haven't had it very much in my life. So I don't know. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are just like the sweetest. Yes, we definitely need rain. That would be really good right now. Plus, I really love rain, so I think it could be good. It's probably most likely Oregon, but it could be California as well. That's true. 34 at night. That is getting cold. That is really getting cold. I think I mentioned this before, but on my last journey, I think the coldest it got while I was in my car was like 28, and that's those nights when it dipped past under 30. That's when I was waking up and it was just like shivering. It was just too cold. I feel like if it was going to get any lower, I probably would have had to get a hotel because it's a car and I wasn't like prepared for super, super cold or any kind of snow or anything like that. Awesome. Oregon fires being set by Antifa, many arrests. There's a lot going on. It's just a lot going on. I love the 80s. They have the perfect music. 80s is awesome. 80s music, my favorite is like 90s music. I was live for both. So it was awesome then, and it's still awesome. Mac and cheese. I know, Camille. Don't even, like, I love mac and cheese. It's just like, it's just so awesome. We had a would you rather question one time. If you could, I think it was if you would rather choose pizza or mac and cheese. Mac and cheese, all day. Daniel, hey Daniel, lobster is overrated. I think so too, but I'm gonna reserve my judgment until I have like a true, really good lobster. Because I think I've had like lobster, like Red Lobster or chain restaurants. I don't think I've ever had it in like a fancy place, like maybe on the East Coast. So I don't know. Question: where would be the best place for a camera so I could live stream driving from place to place? Are you talking about live streaming where your camera's facing towards the road as you're driving or facing towards you? I guess either way, it doesn't matter. What I do is, I don't have it here, but I have this I'm trying to think where I put it because my room is a disaster. Anyways, I have this thing. It's like a weight, and it has like a dip in the middle, and I set the camera on there so it doesn't slide across the dash. And then sometimes I put towels around it just in case it's like that little shake. And then I just point it out to the road if I'm filming. Excuse me. Or if I'm just talking, then I'll just turn that thing around and face it towards me. Usually I don't get that much shake, but it depends on the camera you have. So I put it like right in the center of the dash and point it towards me. And then that way it's pretty good. That's another thing I'm really upset about. So if you guys watched my last video and some other videos too, but you guys may have noticed, maybe not, but my camera, I've had it for, it's the only camera I have to do YouTube. Something's happening with the lens. Like inside there must be a film and it must be getting like little like pitted things in there, because you can see like, it looks like little like stars in my videos when it starts to get dark, but it's just light going through where there was a film that was like, let's just say it was like a tint on the inside of the lens, and there's little holes in it now. And so it's like the light is getting through and it looks terrible. But there's not a camera repair place near me where I live. And the ones that I could drive to go take it, they're taking like 2 and 3 weeks to fix cameras. And sometimes I heard that the repair is going to be more than just buying a new camera. But that camera was like $500 and the newer model is like $7. So I'm like, listen, camera, you need to pull it together so I can get these videos done. So I may have to just take it in somewhere and leave it, and then maybe just use my phone, or maybe I can borrow one of my son's cameras or something like that. I haven't asked them yet, so we'll see. But it's a bummer, but it has given me a lot of good use. So I don't know. Would you guys get a camera repaired, or would you just buy a new one if it was like 4 years old? Let me know what you guys would do, because I'm just kind of in the middle of like kind of wanting to get, it's like I don't need a new camera. You know, when you have a like, you know, when they come up with a new phone, it's like I don't need a new phone, but I want it, but like I don't need it. So the camera, if I can get it repaired, it'd probably be better and cheaper. But still, maybe I should get a new camera. These are the things that go through my mind during the week. Not done the right way if you need all the butter. Okay, that's what I thought, Anne. That's what I thought, because I shouldn't have to dip it in and just have a butter taste. It should be like a real good, like seafood taste. That's way too cold in the car. Yeah, it was freezing. It's a terrific community. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I love this community. Where are you taking your van and when will it be ready? Okay, so I'm going to estimate this van is probably going to be another 6 weeks, because we're just now getting to something other than the roof. And I'm going to take you guys outside in a little bit and show you the update. And the first place I think I'm going to go is Page, Arizona. We talked about this last week, but there's like these beautiful rocks, like colorful, beautiful rocks. And then I think I'm going to go to Dallas, Texas. But that's to be determined. Well, I have a 90s hairstyle, the high flat top. Oh, awesome. And yes, mac and cheese over pizza. I know, for those of you pizza people, sorry, but mac and cheese. It's quite hazy here in BC. Oh, really? I wonder if you guys are getting the haze as well from the fires. Oh, lobster's your favorite, Grant. That's high class. That's high class. Maybe you've had some really good lobsters. Man, I haven't. Sister mom and I want to go to Maine and have all the seafood they have to offer. I'm going with you guys because that sounds amazing. I've been to Maine once when I was a kid and it was beautiful. So I want to go back there. I love a Dungeness crab. Is it Dungeness or Dungeness? Dungeness crab. The only time I had an amazing lobster, it was because I was in front of a white sand beach experience. I love other sea creatures better. Makes sense. Flower Girl, rained here overnight and I'm loving it. Oh, do you love rain too? It's my favorite. I just love it so much. Hey, Mike Brady. Mike, I got your message. I got your email. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and write you back. So if you're still watching, thank you for your really kind email. I truly appreciate that. And Okay, so Fake Freedom says buy a new camera. I want a DJI Osmo Pocket. Is that the drone? GoPro Zero. I have a GoPro. It's like one of the older ones. It's because one of my sons wasn't using it anymore, and like, let me get that GoPro. You're not ever using it, so it's like one of the first ones. So it's not great, but I do have one. So actually, that's a great idea, Anne. Thank you. I forgot about that. I haven't ever used it because it's just not something I think about. But I guess I could film some videos with the GoPro while I get my camera repaired if I do it that way. Depends on the repair. Sometimes it's cheaper just to buy a new one. I know. And I don't want to have to drive super far to go take it to get repaired, but I also don't really like have just 700 bones just laying around. So, but maybe I can make payments. Van Life Rock says new camera. Oh, I got 2 for new camera. Grant says get a new one if it's not as cheap. GoPro 9. Yeah, I heard that's good too. You can deduct the cost of camera on taxes. That's true. That's true. I don't have a lot of income, so I don't have to have as many deductions, but it's true. I once had a portable 2-burner propane stove in a camper van. Ever used one? Yes. And right now, my parents gave me one of their induction 1-burner induction stove, but it's like 1800 watts. So I think that's going to suck my solar battery down. But I'm going to bring it in my van. And if it just takes too much energy, I think I am going to go with the 1 or 2 burner stove that you can get on Amazon for like $35. It's just that you have to bring the propane canisters or the butane canisters. And I'm trying to avoid that when I leave. But I actually have the propane canisters already because I was bringing my little Mr. Buddy heater on my last journey in my car, which I never used, but I had to have those propanes. So I'm not opposed to taking the like 2-burner propane stove. It might happen, but I'm going to test out the induction stove first. RV community is having a huge gathering in late October, November, I believe. Oh, I think I heard about that. I'm really hoping my van can like hurry up and get done because I really want to start getting out there. It rained last night here in Olympia, Washington, cleared the air. Oh, that's so awesome. I really want it to rain. It's been super windy again. In Arizona, oh, that's close. Oh my God, that would actually be perfect. Because if I get this van done, go to San Diego, go to Page, Arizona, and then come down wherever it is, then maybe I could go. Atlantic lobster is the best. That's what I heard. I heard that East Coast lobster is the best. Mike, that's what I cook on now. I had lobster in Maine 2 years ago. I recommend it if you ever get there. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Like when I get to the East Coast, which is probably going to be, I'm going to say spring, because I'm certainly not going to the like East Coast northeast now because it's going into winter. But maybe in spring, that would be probably a really beautiful time, and I can get some Maine lobster. I'm in Southern Ontario, Great Lakes. Okay, awesome. Good to know, Mike. Awesome. I'm just trying to find a camera that can stay on for long periods of time. Me too. So the camera I have, I can't find anything today. I'm just all over the place. The camera I have is the Canon G7X Mark II, and it's like a vlogging camera. It's just like a point and shoot. It's not any separate lenses. It's just one piece. I love it. I love that camera. But it only it only films for like 24 minutes and then it shuts off. And I don't know. I think maybe it's just that camera, or maybe it's just, I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't researched it enough. And so I have to like start it over, like when it stops at 24. So if I'm doing something, I have to just like clip that together in the editing. And it kind of sucks. So I'm not really sure about that, but I do like the camera. But maybe there's one that's better for that I don't know about. DJI Osmo Pocket is basically a drone camera or an amazing gimbal. Oh, but if you already have a newer GoPro, it may be just the same, at least for the stabilization. Okay, that's cool. Jamie said today the van build gathering may be in spring. Everyone voted either spring or November. Okay, well, keep me posted. Before June is not always the best time. Oh, really? Okay. When is the best time to go to the Northeast? Maybe summer? Like, is it too hot though? Is it like muggy out there, like too humid, or is it delightful? First lobster season out east is May, end of June. Second is August through October. Oh, that's good. Grant knows his lobster seasons. That's awesome. I don't like living in Arizona. No problem with the heat, just the houses. Oh, really? I bet it's kind of like where I'm at because it's like so hot until it like, now it's starting to cool down a little bit, but it's just still hot. Mac and cheese, hands down. Dungeness. Oh, yes. Use a battery bank also with the battery. I do have the Jackery 240, but it's, you know, only 240 watts, so it's not like great. But I'll have solar, so that should help. Oh, August is the best time to go. I just missed that. I just missed it. I should have, well, my van wasn't ready, so. Hey, Cat Fran, how are you? Spring and fall for East Coast. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I'll like, I don't know. When it gets closer to me going, I'll talk about it on live stream and you guys can give me like tips and best times to go. July, August, September. All right, maybe July. But I was also thinking about going to Alaska in July because otherwise it's going to be freezing. I don't know. There's so many places I want to go. Grew up in Montreal, love the hot and humid summers. I love Montreal too. I think it was like a great place I've been to many times. 13 degrees, that's way too cold. I've been looking for a camera that I can wire up to ones of, okay, one of the batteries in the car. Oh, that's interesting. I never thought about doing that. Hey, Patricia, how are you? And welcome to the Snack Pack. Thanks for subscribing. I love your videos. I feel your excitement. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's exciting. I'm just grateful for everybody that subscribes. Upstate New York, we skipped spring this year and was snowing up to May 9th. June is the best month up here. A lot better than Florida humidity. I've been to New York a few times and I love it. But I don't think I want to experience it in like snowy season. Let's see. All right, so we talked about that. We've had a bobcat here at the house, a bobcat, a live actual bobcat. If you want to see it, go on my Instagram. It's travelsnacks_, and there's a picture. This bobcat just rolled right up to outside of my window, and there's a little pond, and he or she was just drinking a little water, and then it was just standing there wagging this little like bobtail, and then he just like took off, and like he like jumped into this bush out there, and then next thing I know, there was like a full-on squirrel in its mouth. And he just trotted off to go eat his meal for the night. A bobcat. These things are getting serious. And Grant, I saw your comment on Facebook that one time you walked out and there was a moose outside of your door. That would be very shocking, more shocking than a bobcat, I think. Because that's crazy. Something very off topic. Do something to prevent your catalytic converter from being stolen. Mine was stolen 5 days ago. What is that catalytic converter? Do they have to pop your hood and they take something? That's terrible. Why would somebody do that? That's terrible. Sorry that happened to you. I drove to Alaska in 1999. Plan on at least a week to get there. Beware, there's a lot of places on the highway where asphalt is missing, a lot of cracked windshields. Good tips. If I do drive to Alaska, I'm probably going to take like several weeks and just make it like a trip to just like stop at all the places. I'll probably I might even take up to 3 weeks to a month to go up, stay there for a few weeks, and then like come back down because I really want to see all of it. And that would be a really fun trip, I think. But I don't want a cracked windshield, so I'll have to think about that. It's worth visiting anyway. I've been there twice. Oh, awesome. Grant says, yeah, I bet. You're just like, oh, I got to run to the store. Go outside. You're like, oh, there's a moose just standing out in my yard. That's crazy. Hey, Christoph, how are you? Cheers from Germany. Hey, I almost went to Germany. When I went to Europe in 2018, I went to my parents met me out there because it was their 50th wedding anniversary, and it was the first time they ever went to Europe. So I met them in Ireland, and then they went to Germany, and I went to Budapest. So I really wanted to go to Germany because I'm part German, but I didn't get there. I went to some other places instead. So I have to go back because I really want to go there. So thanks for coming to the live stream. My daughter had a bear in her yard last week. A bear? Oh my gosh. Was it a black bear or a brown bear? I mean, either is scary, but also I can't, that's crazy. If you just walk out and there's a bear. No, the cat is part of the exhaust. Oh my gosh. You have to cut it off. That's rude. Catalytic converter thefts happen a lot here, especially on pickup. Alberta is a pickup country. That is crazy. What is wrong with people? Why would people just take from someone else like that? I mean, I know I'm like living in an ideal world, but it's like, why? Don't people know that other people want things too, want to keep their own things? Depending on vehicle, catalytic can be accessed from under vehicle. I saw someone with an RV who had a screen door over his windshield. I mean, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Also, I heard, because I'm gonna be getting my windows on the van tinted soon, and because I need to get the windows tinted before I start building all this other stuff in. And I'm gonna get the, I think it's the ceramic tint that blocks out a lot of the UV rays. And they can even tint your front windshield with this like special tint that makes it harder to crack your windshield. I'm going to look into it, but I don't know how much this is all going to cost. So we'll see. I may have to cut back on some of these things because a lot of this is just adding up. But that sounds terrible to have cracked windshield. So maybe it's just like you have to drive slower, but maybe putting a windshield, you never know. I mean, a screen. It's very expensive to replace, like $2,000 for an original, and it only takes about 2 minutes for thieves to take it. That's so wrong. I was stationed in Germany close to Belgium. Black. Were you in the military, Anne? Carmen, it was in the 40s this morning in Rhode Island. Now it's 61. That's getting cold. Daniel, that is mind-boggling. It's so crazy how people are stealing things off cars. I heard that like some of the, like if you have, say like a truck and like a little pop-up camper thingy or whatever, and say you found like a nice like off-grid parking spot to like camp for the night that's like free, and you took your little like hitch off, people were just hitching it to their thing and just pulling it, like your whole situation. And because I thought about getting like one of those little, like, I don't know if they're called like a little schoolie or like, I forget what they're called, but they're just like a thing that you pull behind a car or a truck and you live in a little like pop-up thingy. But I'm thinking, what if you just park, you go drive around the city, come back and you're like, where's my little pop-up thingy? Where's my thing? And someone just took off with it. I would be livid. So I think people are just so mean sometimes. Germany is really beautiful. I loved it. I really do want to go. Bulletproof glass. I wonder how expensive that is. Just spray them black from the inside if you're going to cover them up. I'm not going to cover all my windows up, but there are going to be at least one of the windows is going to be covered up where the kitchen's going to go. So we'll see. My wife has that on her windshield. And oh, really? Okay, that's good. I'm glad I got someone that actually had that done because I wasn't sure about that. Oh, Air Force. Awesome. When I was in high school, I was going to go into the Air Force. I was like, that's my plan in life. I'm going to get out of high school and either become a famous singer or go into the Air Force. Two totally different things. And I chose to try to become a famous singer. I mean, that didn't quite work out, so I probably should have gone into the Air Force. But I was like, I don't like to swim, so I'm not going to the Navy. I don't like to get shot at, so I'm not going into the Marines. And the Army, I didn't know enough about. And the Coast Guard, I think that's just water as well. So I was like, Air Force, I can get down with that. And so I was going to do it, but I didn't. And I wish I would have, actually, because I think that would have been a really good experience. If I get a job, I'd love to gift you with tinted wood. Girl, you are just too sweet. You are just too sweet. That's my friend Ivana, you guys. Two sisters in a cocktail. She's been like the most supportive friend, and I just love her. I love you so much, Ivana. Um, Happy birthday, U.S. Air Force. Oh yeah, I did say something. Wasn't it like 73 years old, the Air Force, yesterday or today? Um, that's awesome. Wouldn't it be nice if people worked for what they want? Facts, Patricia, facts. Like, it's like I know people get like hard times. I know people get to the point where they have to feed their kids, and like sometimes people panic and rob banks and convenience stores and stuff. And I think sometimes those people that are super, super poor and just like literally trying to survive, and they're not out to like hurt anybody. I mean, I'm not saying it's right, but I do understand the panic when you are trying to like live. But also, some people are just greedy. Like, when is it enough? You know, like, when is it enough to like that you have to go take from somebody else? Like, everyone else is trying to make it too. So it's just crazy. I wish people would just put in the effort to get, work for what, like you said, work for what you want. Kat, what year's air did you do? I love that there's a cool community of this. This is awesome. 1989 and 93. That's awesome. Bulletproof glass is very expensive and heavy. That's what I thought. I already added so much weight to my van. It's ridiculous. Adds weight to the gas mileage, goes way down. Not worth the cost. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But maybe that like film that they put over it. I'm not sure. I would be afraid of a pop-up. Being a woman traveling alone, you can't jump in the driver's seat and get out. Yeah, that's true. That was one of my points when I made the video truck and camper versus van. I didn't like that feeling of like being in a truck. I mean, it's a nice truck, but like you actually have to park your car, get out. I mean, park the truck, get out, go into the back, unlock the back, go up, put your stairs down, go in. And then people see you doing that. They're like, oh, surely somebody's in there. And I didn't see, like, people sometimes watch and they'll be like, oh, it's just a lady. She's just in there by herself. And then that would make me feel not as safe. When I was in my car, I never got out. Like, I would just go park, put my shades up. Nobody would know. So they might think someone's in there that's, has a gun or something. They wouldn't approach my car. So I don't like that idea. I like the van because I can just pop in the back. Marines wanted me to enlist because I'm German. Well, great experience. I loved it. Awesome. For trailers, there are locks you can put on hitch. Oh, really? But pros use heavy duty cutters. Oh, but at least you stop opportunists. There's also locks for tires. Man, it's a lot to think about. I lost my place. Hi, Greg. Love you, love you, love you. Okay. 1982 to 97 Loadmaster. And also, thank you guys for your service. Anyone that's on here, thank you so much for going into the military because, it's a whole decision. It's a whole situation, The two dudes that stole mine are my friend, Catalyst Convert. Oh, your and your friend. Oh, both are driving a new Charger, so I don't think they're poor economically, but definitely poor mentally. Yeah. Poor in character. That's for sure. U.S. Army, thank you for service, all American. Amen. Thank you for your service for sure. It's awesome. You should put a few security cameras around the back. I've been thinking about that. I saw some other YouTuber that had these like little small cameras, just like kind of like sensor cameras. And I'm thinking about it. There's some other things that I've seen. And if I do any security things, I probably am going to make a video in the future, but I don't want to make a video about all my security things because I don't want to give away what I'm doing like 100%. So if I do that video, I'm going to like list of like 10 things so that people may or may not know what I am doing. Let's see. With the added weight to the van, I was just thinking, are your shock absorbers in good condition to handle the extra weight? I don't know. So far, I think I can't really tell. I should have weighed my van before when it still had the wheelchair lift and the seat, but I didn't. But I think it's kind of like to the point where it's going to be balanced, but I haven't even put anything in there yet. So now I'm like, okay, I don't think it's going to be like mega, but maybe it will. I don't know. I'm just like wishful thinking, I suppose, but I'm trying to be like conservative with the materials that I'm using, but also everything is just adding up in terms of weight and cost. So I'm going to definitely get a checkup on everything before I take off anywhere, because I'm actually thinking about getting a brand new battery for the van, but I don't know yet. I got to see what all these costs, because everything's adding up to a lot of things. Carmen, are you talking about buying a new camera? Because if so, then I think you're my third or fourth person that said that. Hey, Grant coming through with the 10 spot. Ow! So much, Grant. Number one fan. That's so cute. All right. Let's see. Thank you so much, Grant. You're a major supporter of the Travel Snacks channel, and I appreciate it. It's so great to have like so many people here since the beginning, because you guys have been able to see it grow, and it's very exciting. So thank you so much. Daniel, I will put cameras on my van and bright lights outside so that I can just turn on a switch if someone is out there being weird. Yeah, I've heard of those, like where they have like just the sensor lights. Like some of them are not under, but like kind of on the side under bottom. And if anybody walks around the perimeter of your van, it like pops the lights on. So I think that's a really good idea, because it'll startle somebody to be like, don't walk near me. I love my Arlo. What is Arlo? What about a lockbox for your computer? Maybe. I usually carry my computer with me when I go in places though, because that's where I do all my like editing and stuff, and I'd be very bummed out. But I do have insurance on all of my stuff, but still, nobody wants to be without their things. We get bears a lot. Don't climb a tree, don't run, and don't play dead. Make yourself big, arms up, and yell out. That's what I heard. You just like, rah! Like, don't come near me. That's what I heard. I would hate to have to go through that. And also I'm going to get some bear spray. I don't know, like I heard it's effective, but you never know. Can you do a lot of work yourself? For the van build, we're doing all the work ourselves, except for like getting windows tinted, but that's what's taking so long. And I'm going to go outside and show you guys the update of the van in just a few minutes. Check out wrecking yards. Used RV parts can be found there for little money. So where I'm staying with my parents, we live in like a smaller town, so there's not a lot of resources here. So I'd have to drive pretty far. And if you were here last Saturday, you know that I just sold my car. Praise God. So now I'm without a car. My parents are letting me use their car. I need to go to the store and stuff, but I'm trying not to wear out my welcome in terms of using their car. So it's hard to go get stuff, and my van is like in a limbo spot where it's like I don't want to drive it yet. So I don't know. I thought about getting used RV parts, but it's just like not as easy of a situation. Do you know the weight limit for van? If it's too heavy, tires complain of blowing out. I know. I don't know the weight limit, but I'm gonna have to check that out. These tires that are on the van now are new tires, so I'm not super worried about it. I think the van can hold a good amount of weight, because if you think about it, if it's a passenger van, so if I did have the seats in there, the wheelchair lift was in there, and if you had like, I don't know, 4, because you could probably, prior to me taking out the back seats, you could probably have fit 3, 4, 5, 6, a total of 7, like a 7-passenger van. And those are grown adults. If you think about somebody weighing like at least 100 or 150 pounds or 200, I think it will hold a lot. So I'm kind of not super concerned, because I'm not trying to put like a bunch of materials in there. And it's, obviously it's a van that is for passengers. So I'm thinking it's going to even out, but I am being very conservative with what I'm putting in there, and also what I'm packing and taking. Like I can't just take my whole everything. That's why I'm selling a lot of my stuff. So hopefully it just balances out. Where did it go? Battery is easy to change out. Yeah, I was thinking just leave the battery, and if something happens, I can get a battery on the road. Like AAA will give you, or not give you, but they have batteries they can deliver. The van is fine to handle 1,000-pound load. So that's what I'm thinking too. Like, I think I'm not super, super worried about the weight at this point. Just because like I am putting a lot in there, but also not like the most, like, I don't even think at this point we're not going to even put upper cabinets. So that's going to save weight. And also I'm getting a lighter weight floor, and I don't know. I'm just trying to be like more cautious about what I put in there. Thank you again, Grant. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Luke, how are you? The camera on the outside of the van could make for some amusing content. Oh, that's a good point. You never know what kind of nonsense you might get into at Walmart parking lot. That is so true. I am going to probably think about putting a camera, but I just have to find a camera that would like run all night, or like, because like a regular camera is not going to run all night. So I think I'd have to get like a security type camera that has that looping footage. Also, it could be really funny if I'm parked in like certain areas that's a lot of animals, and like sometimes you'll see crazy animals doing weird things, which is always funny. So good tip. My house has Arlo cameras and lights. Oh, is that a brand name? Okay, I'll check those out. I would put a bumper sticker saying "Smile, you're on camera." I know, that's also a good idea too, because every time I see that, I'm like, not that I'm doing anything crazy, but also like it just makes you feel weird, like somebody's watching me. Hey, Tina's Journal of Journeys. How are you? How are you? I am doing wonderful. Let's see. I used to live in Buran, California City, and Edwards. Long drive to get anywhere with big stores. Yeah, there's certain places, like I'm not in like the smallest town, but I'm in a decently small town. I mean, it's not, I mean, we have things, you know, we have a Home Depot, we don't have a Lowe's, but we don't just have like a lot of options for things. We have to drive like 30 minutes away to get other things. So yeah, I don't know. What about eBay for items that may have had little use and cheap money? I've looked on eBay for a lot of things, and sometimes it's hit or miss. I did buy a couple little things on eBay, but also it just depends. Hey, Yvette Madrid. Thanks for coming on the live stream. Yvette is one of my friends. Appreciate you showing up today. Weight should be okay. Yeah, I think so too. Hey, Julie, how are you? Are you employed? Doing a van build is hard work. I am like a self-employed, I suppose. I just do YouTube full time, and that's it. I just make these videos and travel and make more videos and do a van build. The van build is hard work, not gonna lie. And I think I'm gonna segue into that next. Movement activated lights and camera. I think that's a good move too. I like the Rio Link 5MP, only $60 on Amazon, and they are amazing. Okay, I'm gonna look up both those things, the Arlo and the Ro. I'm gonna write this down. Arlo camera and Rio Link 5MP. Be careful about posting video from security cameras on public property. Different laws in different states. Good point, Jay, from Sorgy Stories. Particularly from a private-owned parking lot. Ooh, good point, good point. I'll make sure, like, if I post stuff, I will look at all the signs, and also, like, I mean, if it's in, like, BLM land or National Forest, I think you're okay, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. But very good point. Put an ad in the wanted section of the local newspaper. I have put ads in, like, Craigslist and, like, certain different things, like OfferUp and, not OfferUp, but, like, Facebook Marketplace and stuff, and I haven't really had luck with that. If you are on public property and parked, you are legally all good. Okay. An ad for parts you are looking for. So far, I've been able to get everything on Amazon. There's been a few exceptions, and a lot of things are back ordered right now. I think because of coronavirus, like there's a lot of back order. All right, I think I'm going to take you guys outside and show you the van update and give you an update. before I do that, I just want to say that next Saturday, when we have live stream, it's going to be a birthday celebration. My birthday is this coming Friday, and I'm very excited about it. And also we can celebrate hitting 5K. By then we might even be at 6K. But so next Saturday, I'm going to be in San Diego at my good friend Angel's house. I think Ivana's coming, but I got to clarify that with her after this live stream. And so I want to have something special, but I don't know what to do because I can't see you guys. It's not like a Zoom call where we could just have like a big, party where we see each other. So it's just me. So I'm going to maybe I'll have some balloons and stuff, but think about, as we go look at the van, think about if there's any ideas that we could do. I'm thinking about don't hold me to this. Don't hold me to this, but I'm thinking about doing a few small giveaways, like $5 gift cards that I can email, because I don't want to have to post anything in the mail because it's taking too long right now. But I think that gift card idea would be nice because I can email it. If all you guys have emails, I could do maybe a total of a $47 giveaway because I'm going to be 47. So maybe I can do what is that? 8 gift cards of $5 and 1 gift card of $7. I'm not great at math. So I don't know. That's just an idea that I have, but we could do something. I don't know how I would determine who gets the little gift cards, but I think I'd like to do a little giveaway just for all of you guys being so awesome, and time, it would be nice to give back a little bit, and hitting 5K is a big deal. But if there's any other ideas that you guys have, games we could play or maybe a Q&A, I don't know. Let me know because I think it's going to be fun and it'll be a little party. National Geographic is looking for someone to travel for 6 months. They are giving a free van and $50K to take pictures. Check it out. Where is that? I'm looking that up. I will abandon my van build today if somebody gave me a van that's already hooked up. Is that on nationalgeographic.com? I'm not even kidding. This van build is stressing me out. Oh, and your birthday's on Tuesday. Happy birthday. I can hardly wait to see how it is progressing, and happy birthday in advance. Thank you guys so much. You're going to be okay, Ivana. I'm so excited. Ivana, I'm going to call you later, Ivana, because I want to talk to you. Maybe you have some ideas too that we can do. Bear spray is good, and wear bear bells if walking alone on the path. Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't even really have such a thing called bear bells. But that's a good idea because I always walk alone, pretty much. You and my wife shares. Really? Anana mommy? That's what they call Jay's wife, Anana mommy, because she's not in the videos. That's awesome. Happy pre-birthday. Happy pre-later birthday. I'll be busy with hers. Definitely. Choose your wife over coming to that live stream. Happy birthday in case I miss it. If I win, put my prize towards the build. Oh my gosh, you guys are just so kind. Prelated. Yeah, I want to do something fun and festive, but yeah, that's exciting. That's exciting. There's a lot of birthdays in September. Okay. Are you guys ready? Give me a thumbs up if you guys are ready to see the update of the van. Now, I always say this because every time I step outside, not every time, a lot of times when I step outside, my internet goes down. But before the live stream, I did unplug and plug back in the Wi-Fi extenders. So hopefully by us walking outside to look at the van, nothing happens. But if we get cut off, don't go anywhere. I'll talk to you guys in the chat and I'll try to refresh it. And if we do end up getting cut off totally, I will start a second live stream. So don't leave. But I think we'll be good to go because last week or the last 2 weeks, I think we've been okay ever since I've been doing that. So hopefully it works out. Deer whistle on the van if you are going into the mountains. Oh, I don't know about that. I'll check that out too. It was all good. Yeah, everything was good last week. All right. All right. I don't think I need my glasses for this part. Gotta put my flip-flops back on. Don't look at my dirty room. I've been selling some stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I had a little bathroom cabinet and some plants. But I still have a lot to sell. Okay, so first things first, some of you guys donated money last week, and I said it was going to go towards the flooring. And let me put this down. I got, how do I show you this? I got this is like, it's so light. It's so light, but this is like, it's called mini cell. You can't see it because this is actually cardboard on the outside, and I don't want to open it because it's gonna like pop open. But this is like what they put on like gym floors or like playgrounds, maybe. It's like a big giant piece of, it's more than one piece of foam. It's like 4 pieces of foam. But I got this. This right here was like, I don't even know, like $90. And then the shipping was like $60 just to get this. It's ridiculous. But I need that because I'll show you when I go outside why. And then I had a meltdown this week, another one, because we're still working on the van roof and I'm just like 100% over it. And so I ended up calling a boat repair shop, like that's like an hour and a half away from me. I'm like, do you guys have any availability? I don't even care anymore. I will put something on my credit card. I just don't even care. I just need someone to help me. And the guy was like, what do you need? Because we're booked out till November. And I'm like, okay, I can't wait till then. And I explained to him like what process we're at. And he's like, okay, here's what I would do. And he was so nice. His name was Chris from Powell Boat Repair in Pomona, California. I'm like, what a nice guy to just stay on the phone with me for like 20 or 30 minutes, listening to like some random person calling about how they cut their van roof off and trying to put it together. And so he was like, okay, here's what I would do. And so he gave us some really good tips about like sanding it down because we couldn't find the right tools. The sanding paper wasn't working. It just totally crazy. And so he recommended this product called Marglass, which another name for it is kitty hair. And we had to drive down 30 minutes to find this from an auto paint store. But this one's their brand name called Smart Glass. They said it's their version of kitty hair. And I'll show it to you when we go outside. But basically, it's like a putty and it has like little tiny fibers in it. And then you put hardener in it and then you like spackle it on or whatever. This roof has been a nightmare. A nightmare. Oh, I thought I locked myself out and my parents aren't here, but I didn't. All right. So we sanded it. It's like, I don't know if you can see it. Let me pull God here. You need to see it. It's like this like green putty. And you mix it up and then you put, actually I shouldn't have this out in the sun now that I'm out here. Then you take this little tube and you squirt this like blue stuff on it and then you like not mix it, you have to fold it in. Let me put this in the workshop because I don't want this to, it's so windy out here. I don't want this thing to harden up because I had to buy 4 cans and I was like $80. Everything's costing so much. I'm like, this van build, come on now. It's supposed to be like less expensive. It has not been. Okay, so anyways, so I've spackled on all the Marglass or the Smart Glass. It's all the green stuff that you're seeing here. And this is just to like where it's too lumpy, you scrape it on there to like make it a little more even. I started a second coat before the live stream on this side. So we have a second coat. I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but so it's second coat on that side and on the back. And then after the live stream, I'm probably going to come back out and finish this side. You see that my dad already started to like sand the green stuff down because after you do that and it hardens, then you sand it down so it's like pretty smooth and even. And then we're going to put another layer of resin. It's clear. It's like a hardener. It's like, we're not going to use any more fiberglass, but just the resin part. Harden that down. And then I'll talk about this when we get back in because it's hot. The other second exciting thing is I was over it and I was like, I don't even care anymore. This roof is so stupid. I'm sick of it. So I'm going to work on the floor. So I had my dad spray this. Well, first we did patches. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. And then we sprayed with a primer so that like it's the Rust-Oleum, so that like rust doesn't get on there. Even though we're going to cover this floor completely, we wanted to like make sure that there's no rust like under. So that's been sprayed down. And then my mom, she's been very helpful too. I told her that I want to spray my dash because I hate the wood grain. So she's been taping off all the parts that can't get sprayed, because I could take this whole thing off, this whole like brown thing, but then it would be like very tricky to get it off and then back on. So I'm just going to sand it down and just spray it in there, which is probably a bad idea, I know, but I'll be very careful. So that's pretty much it. Let me go back in and I'll finish telling you about this. I'm just so irritated. It's so windy out here today. Okay. Oh, and we're back. So every week at the beginning of the week, I'm like, I don't care what has to happen. We're getting this roof completed this week. And I've said that like for the past 4 or 5 weeks. And I've just mentally reached the end of my rope with the van roof. The van roof has taken longer than the time I thought the whole van was going to be done. And I'm just 100% over it. And so this week I was like in such a crappy mood and I was being super short and ugly, not ugly, but very snippy towards my parents, because it's not a good look. I admit it. But I was just like, oh my God, we just got to get this done. I'm sick of it. Like I can't even stand it anymore. And we got to the point where we just needed to sand the fiberglass down so that we can start putting that other stuff on there. And it was just not sanding down. Like we went to Harbor Freight and Home Depot so many times. Like I'm not kidding. We would get back. We thought we had the right tool or the right sandpaper. It wasn't working. One of the like tools we bought exploded and oil went everywhere. We had to take that back. We had to get like 5 different types of sandpaper and it just wouldn't go flat. And I'm like, I just don't even care at this point if it looks like a hot mess. I just want to paint this roof. It's stable enough now. And I just don't even care. Like I was just so pissed about this roof. So we're at this point now. Like, I don't even like that green stuff's on there now. We're going to sand it down and whatever it is. If you see me rolling down the street and that roof is just looking lumpy and crazy, just know that it's safe and secure. But also I just don't care if it's ugly at this point. I just got to move on. Like, do you guys ever get to that point in a project where you're just like, I actually don't even care anymore the way it looks? Because if we don't move on to something else, I'm just going to take a bat and just like break the whole roof off. Not really, but I was just so pissed. And so one of the days that I was just like so pissed, I snapped at my dad and like he had to go to the store and get something else. And he came back and he's like, listen, I'm tired of you snapping at me. And if you snap at me one more time, I'm walking off the job. And I was like, oh, I took it too far. And I had to apologize. And then the next morning I went and got donuts as a peace offering because donuts are nice. And I did apologize. I apologized to him and my mom. And I'm like, it's not right for me to be snappy and like, I don't know where else to like put this like anger. And I've apparently been putting it on you guys and that's not right. And so I've been praying about it and like writing it into my journal, like, okay, God, it's your timing. It's not mine. But also I'm just very irritated about this. So that's why, like at this point, I'm just like, I had to buy all that extra stuff because I'm just wanting to get it over with and done. So this weekend is just it. And just whatever happens is whatever it's going to happen. Some pawn shops are a great source of good stuff that people are not pawning so they can make rent or something. Sad for them. Oh, I know. But yeah, sometimes you can find some good stuff at pawn shops. There's a lot of people with too much time on their hands. That's true. Good idea on the rust prevention. Yeah, I saw that on some other van build videos where they did that. It might be overkill, but I think it's worth paying the money to have just like a few spray cans and just having like one layer because you don't want any rust on your floor bottom. The roof is coming along. It feels like it, but it feels like it's not. Thank you guys. The roof looks better. Huge change in the roof from last video. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? You all did a great job securing the roof. It's passing the wind test. Yeah, it's super secure because we have it framed on the inside and bolted to the roof, and it's not going anywhere. It just needs to like be smoothed out. And I realized that I'm just not a professional. Like I don't have the tools. So, it's fine, right? It's fine. Wow, the roof looks good. Oh, good. I'm glad. We could make suggestions for your party. Like, oh yeah, like want to see you paint your face, wear a costume, sing a song. Those are all good ideas, but also I don't want to do those things, but also it's a good idea. Just a thought, instead of painting the wood on the dash, you might try contact paper. It sticks forever and you can get it in solid colors or patterns. I'm going to think about that. That might be a way to go. Yeah, I'm going to put some thought to that because it's going to suck because I have to sand because that wood grain is obviously fake and it's like that shiny stuff. And I did this to the upper thing that goes over your head. I sanded it down and sprayed it and it looks so nice. I just sprayed it all like black. And so I was like, oh, I'll just do that to this part too. And then I was trying to take it off, but it's just like nightmare. So I'm like, I'm just going to spray it on there. But that means I got to tape everything off and put stuff over the windshield and over the steering wheel and stuff. And so maybe contact paper might be a way to go. So maybe I'll look for that and see if I might change my mind. So thank you for that suggestion. Awesome. Yes. When I poured concrete countertops. Yes. I can imagine concrete countertops. It's like you just get to a point and you're like, I can't do this anymore. Yes, but after taking a break and thinking about it, God often gives you the answers as to how to solve your problem. That's also true. It will all work out once the roof is painted. If it doesn't look perfect, paint something fun up there. Flowers, sunset, peace signs, anything. True. Then working at it the next day with fresh start is a good idea. Yes, get a baseball and a bat. Get your anger out. It works. You know, that's a funny story, Patricia, because like an old friend of mine and I used to like have a bat and we would like beat her mattress. Like if we got like, this is years ago, when we got mad at boys, we'd be like, boys are so stupid. They're just always making us feel bad, blah, blah, whatever. And we just like get a baseball bat and just like smack the mattress. And it was very therapeutic. So maybe I'll do that. It's just weird because like I stay here with my parents and most of the time they're here. And so it's like, if they're hearing me like going just crazy in the bedroom, they'd be like, what are you doing in there? So I used to like low key sometimes go take a long drive. And sometimes I would just like either like put the music up so loud and like sing like gospel music so loud, or I would just like, like scream so loud and just like, then I'd feel so like better, but I don't have my car anymore. So I'm kind of like losing my, my sanity. But yeah, a baseball and a bat would be also maybe you know what? A batting cage. They also have a gun range nearby. That might be therapeutic too. But I don't have a gun and they don't rent guns there. But anyways, those are some good like stress relievers. But Anyways, I think like I keep saying this, but my goal is by tomorrow to have the roof done. Like even if it's just at least like primered down, I just want to move on. I'm over it. It's going to be worth it all. It is going to be worth it. Thank you so much. You ever watch Supernatural? I don't think so. Is Supernatural about like ghosts or like entities? Because if so, I don't watch stuff like that. Go into the closet and scream. I know, and I've done that before too, but like also my room that I stay in at my parents' house is like right next to the TV room where they sit like 90% of the time. So it's like I never have just like mostly I don't have a like time where I'm just by myself. So it's like it'd be very strange to just be like screaming and they'd be like, what is going on? Yeah, so that's what's been going on. Also, I wanted to know what you guys' favorite donut is. I want to talk about snacks for a hot minute, and then we're going to move on to this Would You Rather game. My favorite donuts are, I like just the regular glazed, but I really like those old-fashioned donuts. I also like a good apple fritter and sometimes a cinnamon bun, but a lot of times the donut store cinnamon buns aren't very soft. Um, but I also like a good maple bar too. I guess I just like donuts, but I have to be in the mood for donuts. Or if I piss somebody off, I like to buy them donuts. But let me know what your favorite donut is, or like, because everyone's so different when it comes to donuts. What type of sander are you using on the roof? Well, let me tell you, my friend, we started out, okay, my dad's friend lent us two sanders. One was a long, skinny rectangle, like it's called a board sander. It's an air sander. And then he also lent us a air round sander. And my dad's compressor didn't have enough compression or air pressure to run those things for too long. So you would start sanding and then it would stop. So we had to abandon that idea. So then we had a little like just like a hand sander. I don't know what they're called, just like a little rectangle 9-inch pieces. We tried that one. We started with 80 grit. That didn't do anything because that fiberglass is so hard. We ended up getting all the way down to 40 grit. With sandpaper, the higher the number, the more fine it is, so it's not as aggressive. If you start getting down to like 40 or 30, that is very rough sandpaper. So we're down to 40, and that little hand sander was barely doing anything. So then we went to Harbor Freight and bought an angle grinder and this like real thick, like circle, like crazy looking thing. It's like a sander thing. And that worked really well, but it almost worked too well because it was like sanding it down to like past what we wanted to, but we got all the bumps down. And then we ended up buying an orbital sander from Harbor Freight, and that one's working okay. And then my dad had just in his workshop, he had a orbital sander buffer, and that one works okay, but we didn't have the right size pads because we had 5-inch pads. So anyways, a long answer to your story was we tried like 5 or 6 different sanders. And I'm just telling you that fiberglass is no joke. It's so hard. That's why I'm saying that roof is not going anywhere. It's very secure, but now it's just going to look kind of lumpy because we can't shave down the fiberglass low enough. So that's why we ended up, I talked to that guy and he recommended just like try to cover the high, like cover the low spots with that smart glass and then put a layer of resin to make it smooth as possible and primer it and paint it and be done with it. And he also recommended using a polyurethane on the roof because the roof is fiberglass. Obviously the van is metal like a regular car. So they're two different materials. So you can't really use the same paint. You can, but you really shouldn't. So he recommended a polyurethane on the roof. So I need to look for that. Hopefully that answers your question. What made you decide to live in a van? So I was started to travel living in my car just as like a test to see if I could do it, save money. And I really enjoyed it. I hated it sometimes. It's very challenging, but I also loved it at the same time because it was like a lot more free. And then I had to come back home because of stupid coronavirus. And then I'm like, okay, when I'm ready to go, I was just going to go back out in my car again. But then I'm like, I don't know, a lot of things transpired. I've talked about it in other videos, but basically I just came to the point where I'm like, okay, I love this lifestyle. I want to do it. So I think the best logical move is to get a van and live in it full time. So that's kind of what made me decide to go in that direction because I really enjoyed it. I have a Forerunner. Hey, Superfly lady. I have a Forerunner that I plan on traveling in during the weekends and holidays with my 2-year-old little girl. I purchased one of those beds for my Forerunner. Do you think it would be a good fit for mine? Actually, I think you left a comment and I haven't been able to keep up with all my comments, but I was going to respond to you. Is a Forerunner, like with the Forerunner, is it like a regular back seat like this, like a seat, or does it fold down and it's like a big like trunk space? Because they make two different types of air mattresses for cars. One is just for regular sedan back seats, and one is for like SUV ones where it has like a little more space. If you have that where you have a little more space, I think for sure you and your daughter could fit on that. If you just have a regular backseat sedan, I think you could do it, but it's going to be very squishy. And hopefully you guys sleep in like one, like don't get all like crazy sleeping positions because it was really tight just for me to sleep in the back seat. But I think you could fit like a little small like child possibly, but it's just going to be like very tight. So hopefully that answers your question. Sugar jelly. Oh, I love sugar and I love jelly. I love those donuts. Maple. I love a good maple. Anything chocolate. Okay. It looks really good. Awesome. Thank you very much. If I couldn't drive, I'd drive to the middle of nowhere and relax. That sounds great right now. Jelly. I like a good jelly too. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll like if it's a jelly donut, sometimes I just cut it and flip it over like two buns, take that jelly and spread it all on all of them because then I get a bite of jelly in all the bites. Haven't eaten donuts in years. Oh, I shouldn't eat donuts, but every once in a while I do. Oh, I like the old fashioned too, Van Life rocks. Boston cream is my favorite, but as you know, I can't eat them. I know. Poor Grant. I got my mom a Boston cream this Friday when I bought them donuts because she loves those. When all is said and done and you are standing up and cooking, looking at your beautiful view, it will all be worth it. One day you will laugh at this. Thank you, Patricia, for reminding me of that because that's what I keep thinking about. And sometimes I forget that. Sometimes I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't even stand this anymore. And you're right. Like, when we go through challenges, it's like once it's over, you never think about it again. And then later on, you'd be like, remember that time I was stressing out so hard? That was so dumb. Even though it's not dumb now because I'm stressing out. But later on, I'm going to be like, that was like a blip in my timeline. But thank you for reminding me of that. Chocolate glaze. I do like that too. I like a lot of donuts. Maple glaze from Greeby's here in Milwaukee. Stop there on your northern U.S. swing. Oh, I will. That sounds delicious. Bavarian cream filled or plain old fashioned, one extreme or the other. Makes sense. Oh, glazed lemon jelly. Oh, lemon jelly sounds delicious right now. That's like, I don't like cake. I think we've talked about this before, but if I do get cake, one of my favorite cakes is lemon cake. I really like that flavor. My favorite childhood memory is going into a donut shop one cold night. The warmth and the smell is very heavenly. That sounds amazing. Man, you guys talking donuts. I'm hungry. This is what we do. This is what we do. We just talk about delicious things. Are you going to put in a sink, foot pump, or electric? I'm going to put in a sink with an electric pump, which I haven't purchased yet. But I don't know. Sinks are expensive too. Everything is expensive. But I mean, in the big scheme of things, if I think about it as like, this is my home, like my little apartment, then it's really not. But also everything adds up. And when you see all these things coming out of your bank account, you're like, oh my gosh, this is too expensive. But once it's all in, I won't have to think about it. Not super big on donuts. Oh, no wonder I'm like, why is this blurry? But I like a traditional glazed donut. I like the tradition. I got my when I went on Friday, I got a traditional glaze, just the round, and like a round old fashioned. It was kept it simple. Will you be able to mount solar on the roof? Yes, I have my solar in the living room right now. I got three 100-watt panels, rigid panels, and I have the charge controller, and I have a 200 amp hour battery. So, and I have a 2,000-watt inverter. So I bought all that stuff from Home Depot because they were having a really good sale, and I got their I applied for their credit card because like if like I applied for the credit card right at the time I bought the solar, because if you spend like $1,000 you get like $100 off, and that solar was the most expensive thing for the van to date. Like I don't know what's coming, but the solar was very expensive, and so I got a good deal on it, and I got it, and it's ready to be mounted as soon as we get the stupid roof done. Crazy question. Can we help? Um, I mean, that is so nice for you to ask that. I don't know. Like, I don't know if anybody can help us because unless you know somebody that's a fabricator that's like lives in Southern California and wants to do a solid, but I think I'm just to that point where it is just going to be what it is. But I appreciate that. Well, I can't eat them, but I sure want to. Oh man, that sucks. But you know, donuts are not great for you. So I mean, it's kind of good if you can't eat them, but also, I know it makes you sad. Sorry. Um, the roof, cover it in decals depicting snacks. I know. I thought of doing something like this, but I'm trying to stay stealth. I'm trying not to let people know that I like when I'm really truly out on the road. I don't like to call attention to myself because I am solo female traveler, and I don't like want anyone to know. Like I wouldn't want people to be like, "Oh, do you sell snacks in here? Are you the ice cream man? Like what's going on in there?" Like I don't want to have any identifying stickers, like because it would be nice for like advertising the channel, but also I think it outweighs like the safety. The safety outweighs being able to call out the channel or call it with stickers. I don't want people to be coming up to the van or like looking in or even being like, oh, this person has a YouTube channel. Then they look on there and like, oh, she lives in it. And then they get all crazy ideas like we talked about earlier because people are crazy. And they make tents to go on the back of SUVs. Yeah, they do. Those are pretty cool. But you got to set those up. But still, maybe you could finish it off with Bondo if you want a smooth finish. It's generally easier to sand as long as you use plenty of hardener and let it thoroughly cure. So that's a good point, Luke. And I did buy a gallon of Bondo. It's sitting out there right now. And when I called the boat repair shop guy, I told him I have a gallon of Bondo, and he's like, I personally wouldn't use Bondo. I would use the kitty hair Marglass stuff because it's like Bondo, but it's like Bondo with like little strands of fibers in it. You can't even see it. And so I guess it just like gives it something to like stick to or whatever. So, but Bondo is a good idea, and I was actually going to go with that. So great minds think alike. Lemon pound cake. I want that right now. Snow Panther, what's up? Where you been? Trunk rack. That's a good one too. Don't buy a sink. Get stainless steel pan and a bulk head gasket. So I started going down that road, Daniel. I was like, you know what? I am not going to get taken by these places that are charging like over $100 for a sink. So I was thinking like maybe I could just get like a pot like that you cook spaghetti in and drill a hole. I've seen other YouTubers go to the dollar store and get stainless steel, like just a regular bowl, like one of those big salad bowls. The only thing is that I have to weigh that out in my mind because number one, I want the sink to last. And number two, I don't want it to get all scratched up. And number three, I don't want something small because like every YouTuber that I follow that had just like got a small little sink just for washing hands regrets it because they wish they had enough room to put like dishes. And also I'm going to have like an Instant Pot and I have to be able to wash that. And so I don't want a giant sink, but I do want to get a good size sink. But I do have some things in my Amazon wish list, like my little save and compare section on Amazon. that's like pots or like big walks or whatever, that I could drill a hole into and maybe just create my own sink for less. But I'll look into that. Okay. How many different adjectives have you used for the roof? Too many. Too many. I just can't. I've really tried to be staying in prayer instead of getting too mad about it. And I'm like, okay, Lord, I know. I know you got a plan. I know there's a reason for this. I must need some severe patience in my life because you should be good with that inverter. Will you have the battery recharge from the alternator? Yes, I have. I purchased a solenoid, and that's another thing we have to do before I take off on my trip. So we have to wire that up. I agree to stay stealth, low key for sure. You're right. Stickers attract the wrong kind of people, especially political stickers. Oh, heck no, I would never. Don't attract any kind of attention to yourself. I won't put any stickers on either. Stay safe always. Definitely. I won't put any stickers. Like I just don't want anyone to like it's cool though. Like one time when I was on my last journey, I came across a camper van. It looked really cool and they had their Instagram handle on there. And they were like influencer kind of like content creator people, and it was cool to be able to like look them up right then and there. But also I was thinking like if that was me, because I saw their van at a Planet Fitness when I was showering, coming back from the shower, and then I looked them up right there sitting next to them, and then they could have just came out right then and I could have been like, oh hey, you do YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And like I wouldn't want people to just roll up on me like that. Like I'm nice, but also I don't like people rolling up on me because I just don't know people's intentions. You can get a stainless steel pan from Amazon, something like 24 by 16 by 4 for about 20 or 30. That's what I will do. I think that's might be the move. I think I'm gonna like go with that. It just has to have like a lip around the edge so that when you put it into the top counter, that it can sit around the edge, or you just cut the wood that way. So that's the only thing. It's okay. God has you. Feel that truth. Amen. Are you getting a heater and a water heater? No and no. Um, the heaters, like they're like I think it's called like a Webasto heater or like I forget the other ones, Propex heaters. They're expensive, and I think I will be okay for now. I'm not going to be going. I don't think I'm going to be going anywhere that's like extreme. Like I'm not going to be traveling to places that's like super extreme coldness wise. So I think I'm going to skip the heater for now. I do have my little like Mr. Buddy heater, and I have a lot of blankets, and I'm on that. And then the water heater, I'm not going to do that at this point because I just go to Planet Fitness for my showers. Um, and yes, it would be nice to have hot water to like do dishes and wash my hands, but I think that's like a second, like 2.0 version van build. And like right now, I'm just trying to get this thing done and get on the road. So that's going to be phase 2, I suppose. A toilet and a shower. I will have a toilet. Yeah, I'll have a toilet, but not a shower in the van. You've convinced me I'm going very simple on my van if ever I can find none of this frustrating hard work stuff. Learn from my mistakes. But like take this part with a grain of salt because I'd say 99% of the people like that's doing van builds will never cut their roof off and lift it. I don't think. Like this part that we're doing right now, only the roof is causing me stress. But once we get into the inside and start doing it, that's going to be like a traditional van build. And we'll see how long that takes. Maybe it won't deter you as much. But what we're doing now is not typical. So maybe reserve your judgment in terms of like doing it for yourself because I don't want to deter anybody because it's really cool because you can build it the way you want it. But also it is very hard work. So I'll keep making videos and let you guys know how it goes as we get going. Boil water and put in a hot water bottle that will keep you warm. Yeah, exactly. So I thought like if I ever need heat, I can do something like that. All right. We have been talking for a long time today. Give me a thumbs up if you guys want to play Would You Rather. Just give a quick thumbs up. Would you rather? I just asked 2 questions and you guys choose which one you would do. These are like hypothetical, not like real life situations typically. And it's fun, and we get to know each other. Sorry, my pillows are not supportive. Do your job, pillow. Oh, I can't see dislikes from my side. One dislike. How rude. How dare you? I'm going to go in the corner and cry from that dislike. I'm just kidding. How about putting a fake business on the sides? People might be less suspicious of you camping in it. And if they don't like your drive, and I hope he might do that. A friend of my dad's, he is a, oh, did we get disconnected? Oh, we're back. A friend of my dad's, he's a sign maker, and he said he'll make me some signs. I was thinking about getting like magnetic signs, like just make up a fake business, like dead body transport, or like toxic waste, or like not toxic waste, but like something gross that nobody would want anything to do with. But I would want to get like magnet ones, because then like I could take them off and put them on. But that would seem like a lot of work too. So I don't know. I've thought about that. Okay, thumbs up, thumbs up. Bye, Michelle. Have a great weekend and a great day. Love you guys. Love you all. Hey, Tosh Rainbows. Your heated blanket should be cool. Yeah, I do have a electric blanket that I bought on my last journey. And so I have that as well. But I've had a lot of suggestions from you guys too. So that's good too. Hey, I have to get going out to dinner. Have a lovely dinner. Thank you for joining the live stream. Now it says, now say it Full House style. How rude, right? CSI cleanup. Yes, that's a good one. Bug Terminator. Those are good suggestions, because people will be like, oh, I don't want nothing to do with that. All right. Let's see. Okay, the first one is, we'll go with the basic one. Okay, this is a permanent situation, so this would be like for life. Would you rather have a unicorn horn on your head, like in your whole person, or reindeer antlers? Unicorn horn or reindeer antlers? I think there's pros and cons for both of those things. Not that I would want either of those things, but if you were walking around and you'd have to have both those things, what would you rather? A flower girl. I love a French cruller. Oh yeah, those are good too. Have a great night, everyone. God bless. I really enjoyed this chat. You too, Patricia. Have a great one. All right, here we go. Tosh Rainbow's unicorn horn, cat horn. Unicorn for Ivana. Reindeer antlers, fake freedom. Let me know how you guys are voting, like why. Either one would be a place to hang a coat. True. Stephanie wants to have a unicorn horn so I can still sleep on my side. Ooh, facts. That's smart. Horn, easier to adapt hats to. True. You could just, I actually have a hat, like, because I like to wear ponytails and buns, and it has like a little slit in the top, and you just like pull your bun through, or your ponytail. Easy. Grant says unicorn horn. Think about how much fun you'd be at parties. Ring toss. That is true. You'd be the life of the party. Easier to sleep and do my hair. True. There's no such thing as a unicorn. I mean, facts. But this is just a fake game. Anyone else before? If you've already voted, you can let us know what you think I'm going to choose. Do you think I'm going to choose to have a unicorn horn or reindeer antlers? I feel like reindeer antlers would limit me, like sitting in a movie theater. I'd piss a lot of people off. True, but if you had reindeer antlers, nobody would sit next to you. So you'd have like all your space, even like on a plane. I think you would, well, not really a plane, but People would kind of stay away, and you could hang more clothes, I think. And reindeer antlers, you could have like a whole jewelry system, like earrings, bracelets. You just be like, oh, I'm going to change my bracelet right now. Like reindeer antlers. Antlers. I should have answered the question the first time. Okay. Grant says, I'll choose unicorn horn on a plane with reindeer antlers. I know, right? That would be wild if you saw somebody like legit having reindeer antlers. You'd be like, well, what's going on there? You think I would pick antlers? Okay, we got one for unicorn, one for antlers. Fake freedom, you will pick opposite of me. Try driving your van with antlers. That'd be so hard. You would be trying to like look back and it'd be like getting caught on the side of the door. Hello, Allison, how's parents and your caravan? Parents are doing well. My dad's thumb is healing up very nicely, I will say. And my mom's doing pretty well. And the van is going smoothly, but not smoothly. And we just took a tour of it. Camille says, I will say reindeer antlers. All right, everybody answered? Right now it's even. You guys think it's equal about who thinks I would choose unicorn horn and reindeer antlers. Anyone want to be a tiebreaker? I'll go with horn. Okay. All right. So Stephanie says I'm going to go with a horn. And Tosh says I'll pick a horn. Okay, I do agree with fake freedom in a sense that unicorns are not real. So that's facts. But for this fake game, I would choose a unicorn horn. So sorry to those who said I would choose reindeer antlers. I think I'm with everybody else in like those facts. Like a unicorn horn would be like way easier to adapt. And I like to sleep on my side. So I would not want to be like lifted up trying to sleep. And also I feel like, what if you have to like scratch your head? And I could still do this with a unicorn horn. I could still do hairstyles with unicorn horn. And also, what if it was like pink and shiny? That'd be kind of cool too. And you could do your hairstyles around it. So fake freedom, you were right. You were right. I hope you've been cooking for them, lovely parents of yours, Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. Yes, they're real. What? Unicorn, I was wrong. I know, Ivana, get it together. All right, so the next one is the next one is, wait, I got to get organized here. You can also shoot rainbows from a horn. Bonus. That's funny. Also, before we go on, did you guys have, I know somebody said something about face painting and things for my birthday extravaganza next Saturday, but did you guys have any other ideas? Because I'm going to have to think about it this week and I don't know what to do. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know here in the chat. But also, if you think of something during the week, send me a DM on Instagram. The Instagram is travelsnacks_, or put it in a comment or send me an email because I want to do something fun and festive this upcoming Saturday. It's going to be fun. Okay, let's all rush around to Allison's parents for barbecue. I'm paying. Nice. Nice. I don't know if my parents would love that, but barbecue. My internet is bad today. Oh, man. Yes, barbecue invite of us all. I'm paying. Okay, so the next one's going to be, and I won't be here. I'm going to be at my friend's house in San Diego. The next one is, this is funny, and this kind of goes with my last video, but not really. Would you rather find $5 in your pocket or find $100 in a public toilet? Which one would you rather? And the public toilet is just in the toilet. There's no number ones or twos in the toilet, but it's still in the toilet. So you either get $5 in your pocket or $100 in the toilet. Which one would you rather? Fake freedom was with the $5. I'm dying at these questions. $5 in my pocket. Stephanie's going with the 100. Grant takes the 100. I have no shame. $5. I'm not greedy. That's what soap is for. True. Hey, Nicole, $5. $5. That extra 95 is not worth the risk. 100, it's all dirty money. That is facts. Luke, good question. I'd sanitize it for 100. Boom. Good question. Besides, who knows what the previous person did with the 5? This is thinking right there. $100 for sure. I would just run to the ATM and deposit it on my bank account. True. Ivana with the 100. These are all good points. We almost got even on this one. Some people are like, I'm not about that life. And some people are like, I don't care. Which one do you guys think I would choose? This one should be easy, you guys. I know anyone that knows me on this live stream is going to know what I would choose. You just going to know. It's fake freedom. You will say opposite of me again. Poor fake freedom. All right. I agree. All money is dirty. You would take the toilet money. You'll say the 5. $100. That van won't pay for it. It's so true. Stephanie's got the good responses today. Okay, 100 for the van. It's funny. You might go for the 100. Use gloves, which will make me right again. $100. You just got to launder the money. All right. Anybody else? Fake freedom's right. I would go for the 100. All you that said I would take that 100. Facts. Listen, if I didn't have gloves, which now that I've been building this van, I usually have gloves working on stuff, and sometimes I have them in my bag. If I had gloves, that'd be super easy. And even if you don't have gloves, listen, it's $100. It's all dirty. And like someone said, you could just take it right to the bank. I would get I would take the toilet paper. I'd roll, like almost the whole roll. Your hand would be like puffed out with like a toilet paper. And then you just like get like a toilet paper glove. And then you would I even got a better idea. If it has a toilet seat thingy, you could put that whole thing of toilet paper rolls on your hand or paper towels. And you just go in there and then you just take it to the sink, rinse it off, damp it off with a paper towel. And then, I don't know what, wrap it up in some paper towels. Don't even put it in your pocket. And then you would just take it and just do it. And you got $100. And that's right. That van's not going to pay for itself. $100. I could buy me a sink. I could buy lights. I don't even know what. I could buy snacks. I threw that one for fake freedom. Oh, sure. Yay, toilet money. I had to fish security tags and labels once out of a public toilet to prove a larceny case. Oh, dang. Talk about laundering money. True. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Now, I think that starts to change if there's like droppings or stuff in the toilet. I think that starts to change my mind. But if it's just like in there with water, easy. I would take that money. All right. Okay, the next one is, okay, would you rather eat a live worm, that dude is still alive, wiggling around, or let a tarantula crawl all around you? It could even go on your face. The tarantula's not going to go in your mouth or in any orifices. The tarantula could walk all over your face, body, or whatever. And this would be, okay, so if you eat a live worm, but if you eat if you let the tarantula crawl over you, the tarantula is going to crawl over you for 1 hour. So would you either eat a worm or let the tarantula crawl on you? Now if it was a porta potty, okay, Stephanie, now I think I would skip the $100 if it was a porta potty. All right, fake freedom is with the live worm. You're gonna eat that live worm? Okay. Stephanie, can it bite me, the tarantula? I'm not gonna answer that. You have to just go with whatever you think because I'll like no, I can't say. Spider on me, cat says. I grew up on a farm, no problem. I'll take the tarantula and hope that it's not hungry or angry. Some people will have them as pets. Hey, Danielle, Danny D. How's it going? When I was like 8 years old, I found a $100 bill and argued with the store owner for about 10 minutes being his money. At the end, I kept it, but I was mad about keeping. I kept it, but I was mad about keeping his money. Yeah. I mean, you never know. People could be lying. I think I drank a worm once from a tequila bottle, so I'm going to go with that. I have spider phobia. Okay. Yvonne is going with that worm. Brant's gonna take the worm. I'll swallow it like a pill. Gross. Worm. Just chew it up really well. Ew. Stephanie, I don't like this question. Luke's gonna take the tarantula. Bye, Kat. You have a great evening too. Thanks for joining the live stream today. I hate spiders. Why do they need to have like a million legs? True. If you guys have already voted for yourself, you can vote in like which one you think I would choose. Daniel's going to take the worm. I think you would take the worm. You don't even like lizards, so you won't go with the tarantula. I don't like lizards. I don't like lizards. You would, again, say the opposite of me. 3 for 3. Let me see what you said. Fake freedom would take the worm, so you think I'm going to take the tarantula? Grant says I'm going to take the worm. Hey, Legend Killer, how are you? You might take both and watch the tarantula eat the worm. Ooh, that's an interesting. Stephanie thinks I'm going to take that spider. All right, last call. Anybody want to make a vote? All right, so fake freedom, I think you're onto something. I would choose the tarantula. Sorry to disappoint you guys. I think I was going to eat that worm. I'm not into eating live things. I don't like that. I think that's gross. Like it grosses me out to think about something like wiggling in my mouth and like you're actually killing it with your teeth. It's sad. Not that I like, am like a bleeding heart for worms, but I don't like that. And tarantulas, the reason I didn't answer Stephanie is because that will change your answer. Like tarantulas usually don't bite unless I think it was somebody said, I forget who said they would either have to be like angry or you piss it off. If you keep messing with that tarantula, they might bite you, but typically they're nice. And I've held a tarantula before and they just walk around. They're not there to bother nobody. So I'd just be like, okay, cool. As long as you don't go up my nose or in my mouth or go in my ears, then, I'm not trying to eat no worm. That's gross. COVID-19, New World Order. I mean, we don't usually get political on this channel, but fake takes the lead. Totally. Fake freedom's onto like a new technique. I cannot harm any animal either. I catch and release bugs outside if I find them in my house. I try to do that too. As you guys may know if you follow my Instagram, I've had several mice in my room on and off. And my dad just puts out the traps and like lets people kill. I mean, not lets people, lets it kill the mice. And so I went to Home Depot and bought one of those like little humane ones that you put like the little cheese or peanut butter in it and they just go in there and you release it outside. but it didn't work as well as the trap. So my dad's like, I'm going old school. I'm just going to go kill those things. And I'm like, oh, sorry. So I try not to kill things. $100, no problem. Yeah. All right. So I have 3 cats, no mice here. That's, yeah, if you have cats, they'll take care of that right away. If we keep this bobcat that's been coming around, that bobcat came outside my window 2 times this week. And if that thing keeps coming back, we're not going to have any critters. There was a baby lizard in my closet the other day, caught it and set it free. No, I'm not doing that. No. I do not like lizards coming near me. Don't send it to me, Ivana. I will not be happy about that. How did a lizard get in your closet? There's a lot of lizards in California. They're just all over the place. But up by where you are, Ivana, I don't know. How did a lizard get in your closet? I think lizards are cute, but I don't want to touch lizards. I don't want them coming near me. I don't want them. They're too fast. They are too fast. I don't like that. All right. In that case, be aware you left your van side door open. True. I'm going to have to go back out there. No clue. And I live on the 3rd floor. I'll send you a photo. Thanks. All right. So we're going to go with the last question. But before we get to the last question, I want to read you one question that I saw, because like when I go online to look for these would you rathers, there's like all these like different ones, and I just like to pick out the ones. Sometimes I'll create my own, but this one question, I'm like, this is like my life. So this one question was like, would you rather eat dinner alone for a year or shower in public showers for a year? I'm like, that's my life already. That's not even a question. Like, that's funny, but not funny, because that's what I'm already doing. Oh, what's this? Katrina M. Francis, $40. What's up? Katrina, are you in here? Where are you in here? Because this is so nice. Happy birthday for the sink. How sweet is that? That's, let me know. Put your hand up or something. Like, are you in here? I'd like to shout you out. I'm going to do it anyways, but I want to give you a special sound. That is so sweet. Thank you so much. Some people have a hard time going to a restaurant by themselves, but myself, I actually really enjoy it. In fact, I prefer it. Oh, you lost the connection? Hopefully we're back. I totally like going into restaurants by myself. I don't have any problem with that. I mean, yeah, I would love to have companionship more than I do when I'm on the road. You know, it's nice to have like dinner with somebody, but also sometimes I just want to like go pop in, like sit there, chill out or whatever. And you know, sometimes you can't. I'm heading out to walk the dog. Chat later. All right. I'll talk to you later, Ivana. Hey, Victor, how are you? I'll send you something as well, but likely in a month or so, I'm about to start new. No problem, Mike. I read that in your email and I appreciate it. And it's not an obligation at all. So I appreciate it. My internet has been doing the whole session. Oh man. Hopefully it's getting better. Constant refreshing. Oh man. I hope it's not this connection, like where I'm at. Should be okay. All right, well, Katrina, I don't know if you're in here or not, or if you just want to remain anonymous, but I appreciate your donation. And if you're in here, let me know, and then I'll give you a little sound, because I like to like do like a little fun sound for anyone that donates. So thank you. Okay. Last question. Would you rather? I know, everybody say thank you to Katrina for donating to the, trying to get my van done. That's what's up right there. That's what's up. I appreciate it. The last question is, okay. Would you rather get a face tattoo of your choice? And when I say face tattoo, I mean like not just like a little dot, you know, like a one that's noticeable face tattoo, okay? But a decent one. You get to choose whatever you want, or have your worst ex boyfriend or girlfriend, or ex husband or ex wife choose a tattoo for you, and it's going to be all on your wrist and arm. So you can either choose a face tattoo or have your worst ex choose a tattoo that's going to be on noticeable on your arm. Which one? This should be interesting because I want to know why you guys are choosing these things. Okay, fake freedom. You're going with the face tat? I got to know why. Anyone else? Come through if you're in this live stream. There's like 20 people in here. So let me know what you would choose. Flower Girl, would you get a tarantula face tattoo, or you're just answering from the last one? Grant, you would go with a face tattoo? And you will obviously say the opposite. Fake freedom, you're cracking me up. I'll take the wrist arm. It can be covered up. It has been said that is why Mr. Rogers always wore a sweater. Really? I did not know that fact. That's interesting. All right, so we got Mike with the wrist tat, Van Life Rocks with the wrist or the arm tattoo. Luke, the forearm tattoo because it's easier to cover with a long sleeve. Face tats are wiggity, 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 whack. I'm a big Kiss fan, so, oh, dang. I mean, that's a look for sure. And if you've already voted, you can guess which one I would choose. This is interesting because are you choosing face tat because your ex is like terrible and they would just give you the crappiest tattoo? And if you're choosing it that way, let me know what you think they would put. Like, would they put something terrible, or you just don't want to contact them? Victor says you'll take the face tattoo. Or maybe you just would rather have a face tattoo instead of an arm tattoo. I don't know. Nobody wants to offer up their stories. You don't seem the tattoo type, so I would guess you're not going to have it on your face. Okay. My body, my choice. True. To be honest, I get along with my ex, and she would probably choose something decent for me on my arm. But this would be an excuse to have kiss makeup, but it's permanent. But I mean, that's fair. I guess this is like depends on how terrible your ex is, you know. I don't have any tattoos currently, so this would all be new for me. Grant says you would go with the arm tattoo. Anyone else? Last vote? I don't have any either. Yeah, I think at one point I was thinking about doing it, and then now at my age now, I'm like, I haven't done it by now. I don't feel like doing it, and I don't actually want one. And even if I did want one, I don't think I could choose because it's like on there forever. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to do it. But I don't mind people that have tattoos. I think it's fine. I said that because I know you don't have tattoos. You wouldn't start with your face. I mean, no, I definitely wouldn't want to start with my face. I take a tattoo anywhere in my body, but my face, I already have long hair. So that is there enough stereotypes. All right, final call. You guys have any, if you want to vote for yourself or what you think I would do. All right. I would choose. Wait, let me see what. I think fake freedom won for the day. I would choose the arm tattoo. I don't think I have any exes that would be like that malicious to give me something very bad. I think they might be thoughtful. They might have a little bit of bitterness, so they might want to do something like kind of like half mean. But I don't think there's anybody that would do something like terrible. I don't think. Who knows? They're exes, so they might be harboring some like hidden things that I don't know about. But I definitely wouldn't want a face tattoo. That's for sure. So I would just get the arm tattoo and suffer whatever they decide. 4 out of 4 fake freedom. Your strategy today worked. I think a lot of times we do think alike or have similar answers, but today these questions for sure were opposite. Fake freedom, a perfect opposite. Exactly. Yeah, I would not want to have a face tattoo because it's forever. And like that would stress me out because no, I wouldn't want. Now you could put makeup on, but it depends on how dark that tattoo is. So I don't know. All right. I still don't know what we're gonna do next Saturday, but we'll figure it out. It's gonna be a festivity. I think I'm gonna do some sort of little giveaways. I'm not sure yet, so don't hold me to that, but I think so. And I don't know. I'm going to talk to my friend Ivana and my friend Angel, who I'm going to be at Angel's house next Saturday. So it'll be a festive event and we'll celebrate our 5K or whatever we're at next week. And if you do have any ideas or something fun that we can do, send me an email. My email is email@allisonsharpe.com or DM me on Instagram or send me a comment on YouTube on any of the videos. If I come up with any ideas for your birthday, I'll send you a message right now. I'm coming. No problem. I know it's like on the spot. So let me know. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I don't know what. I don't know, but it'll be fun. And I'm probably going to wear lipstick. Like, I'm probably going to put a little more makeup on and maybe curl my hair. So it's going to be a fun time. So I think it'll be nice. All right. I think that's going to be it for me now. I can't think of anything else, but I appreciate it. We'll be celebrating your birthday and 6K. Probably. If it keeps going the way it has been, it's going to be wild. So we'll have a really fun time next Saturday. But today was fun. I appreciate each and every supportive and so encouraging to me and to everybody else. And I appreciate you guys so much. And have a great rest of your weekend. And have a great week. And I'll see you guys next Saturday for the big birthday celebration. And until next time, bye for now. God bless you guys.